Hey, it's Kristin again, here for another reaction. This time, Nova Rockafeller, Did Your Best. This actually, again, is something I've actually heard and seen the video of, but today would be, I believe, my mom's 74th birthday if she was still alive, and I lost my dad last year, actually, a year and 2 days ago, the day after Christmas Day, which sadly was 2 days after his birthday. So, yeah, I mean, I lost my mom in 2010, so it's been quite a long time now, but it never really heals. I mean, I wish I could be a little more hopeful, but it never completely goes away. You'll never miss those you've lost, especially when it's your parents and that kind of stuff. Anyway, um, awkward. Uh, but anyway, I wanted to dedicate this to my parents and everyone I've lost and everyone's lost everyone that's lost somebody they loved, and anybody who's gone through obviously problems in their families and that kind of stuff, because nobody's perfect, but I feel like most, if not everyone, does the best they can. And actually, my mom, in her final letter to me, I wish I still had it, but kind of got lost in the move here when I moved after my dad died. But basically, one of the things she said was she did the best she could do with what she knew, and that's all that any of us could do. And she just hoped that I would find my purpose for living, because I was hers. And honestly, sometimes since reading that, I have struggled with that. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to be her reason, but it's definitely made me think maybe that was my purpose. Maybe my purpose was being there for her. So honestly, I still struggle to this day with figuring out what my purpose is in a world without my mom. And now, for the past year, without my dad. Anyway, I'm already 3 minutes in this video, and uh, I haven't started the video, so I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get a start on this. Just kind of intro why I'm doing this, and I feel like a lot of people liked that I was being real with my emotions, so you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna be me. And if you don't want to listen to this, please go watch the video on Nova's channel. I mean, please do that anyway. I'm sure you have. But, you know what? Go watch it there too, because, I mean, I'm not trying to take views. I mean, away from Tom and Nova, or any artist that I might review in the future, because I love them and their music, which is why, I'm gonna share it and talk about it. Not because I think that I have any place to, get views off of them. I just want to share what I love. Anyway, here we go to the reaction. This is gonna be a hard one if I'm already crying.
At school he couldn't do the work, the kids all called him retarded. He got a job in a warehouse where he'd pack and cut carpet. And he never moved up, and he never fell in love. He's 50 but really 12, thinking about giving up. She married young and all.
That, definitely the story she's telling in this song, I'm guessing, is probably, about her family. And obviously, I'm not gonna 100% be like, oh yeah, that's the same as my story, because it's not. We all have our own stories. But that I can relate in that I had an uncle. I mean, I'm going to be respectful of people who are no longer with us, but I had an uncle that, actually I think I had more than one uncle that was also considered, special needs, I guess, or possibly, or at least people said they were, and they kind of were always behind. They didn't really progress, and sadly I feel like I'm kind of in a similar situation myself, but I was very protected. I mean, my mom would have even said it herself, and probably my dad, but it's because they cared, and I know that. It's just scary now that I've been on my own for a year, and it's really scary, so I don't know. It's just that part kind of hit me, because I get, being what people call a grown-up, and, not really feeling grown or know what you're doing, or maybe being a lot younger than you really are. I don't know. Just a little thought that I have when I hear that, just as relates to my family and even myself. But back to the song.
Felt like she had gotten too deep. Started feeling like her only way out was to cheat. Her friends all villainized her, didn't see she was weak. It's been 20 years and it still breaks her heart that they don't speak. He was a rock star in small bars until the gigs weren't paying bills. He had his daughter in the car, and he knew he had to make the choice to put down his guitar. And every day he wonders if he could have been a star. I know you did your best. There was a lot to lose, don't have to prove to me. I know you have nothing left, but there's more to you than the wars you lose, you'll see. Diagnosed with Parkinson's, it's something she lives with. Was strong and independent, now relies on the children. Her voice shakes when she speaks, she's embarrassed, she hates to talk. And every day she wakes up wondering if new parts of her are lost. He got her pregnant before he could finish school. He got busy acting dumb cause he didn't know what to do. He ignored he had a girl till her mother stopped calling too. On his deathbed he wished for the daughter he never knew. She loved her family, 2 girls.
Makes you think of the last month of my dad's life, I guess. Last year, right after Thanksgiving, he fell, and I think he hurt his hip or something. He wasn't sure. He wasn't somebody who wanted other people to do stuff for him. I lived with him. He lived with me, however you want to look at it. We lived in the house that we got, we owned with my mom. So, it was definitely a struggle for him to have to ask me, and there's other stories, a whole lot of complicated stuff involved, but it was hard for him to ask, me to do stuff. That last month, part of it was the winter, it was around Christmas time, and I was also kind of sick around that time, so the first few weeks of it, not his worst, I was just out, I wasn't doing too good, but luckily towards the end of that, I got to where I could, do a little more to help, which is good because he needed help by then. But he always kind of had his anger issues and stuff, but I feel like when my mom died in 2010, I know that he said time and time again he wished it would have been him. That he wishes he never wanted to be the one left. And then I remember I think it was last Christmas Eve, right before he died, a few days later, he was saying he was worried that he was going to lose me too, just because he had lost so many people. He lost so much. We lived in the country, and there were a lot of cats, and he took care of them. And with that, in the country, you also lose a lot of cats, and it was never easy for any of us, but he was so, invested in that it was even worse for him, because that year, some of his favorite cats also died. So he thought that he was going to lose everyone, and that he was going to be the last one left, and then a few days later, he was gone. But I guess what I was saying about that is I feel like I didn't realize till he was gone, till after he was gone, how bad mentally he probably had been for longer than I thought. I had thought for years that, his anger was gonna eat him alive. But I know he was doing the best he could, especially after my mom died. Which is crazy because growing up, they fought like cats and dogs. They were always fighting. The first 10 years of my life, I guess, he was an alcoholic. Later in my teen years, he was no longer drinking, but my mom had a gambling addiction. So I feel like there was a lot of secrets, and a lot of it, I was the only child, and a lot of it landed on me to keep a lot of secrets, and it wasn't easy. The thing is, especially with my dad, I remember I used to, when I was really young, used to find alcohol in the bathroom cabinet underneath it, and I wouldn't say anything because I was like, if I say something, then there's going to be problems. So I never said anything. Come to find out, my mom knew. When you're that little, you don't realize that obviously your mom probably already saw it too, if you saw it. But, But so I get it, all families have their problems. Some are worse than others, but at the end of the day, let's get back to this song.
And 2 boys, husband in the garage. She yells he's sick of the noise. And the one day he's out riding and he dies in a crash. Now she'd do anything to have the buzz of his song. I know you did your best. There was a lot to lose, don't have to prove to me. I know you have nothing left, but there's more to you than the wars you lose, you'll see. Everybody made mistakes, everybody crashed along the way. It might be going up in flames, but everybody feel the same. Everybody made mistakes, everybody crashed along the way. It might be going up in flames, but everybody feel the same. I know you did your
Wow, what is there for me to say that I haven't talked about in the past 15 minutes on and off throughout this song? Sorry if it got a little, I don't know. Well, now the tricky thing is, am I going to upload this? Because I got a little crazy there. Not really crazy, just emotional. But this is stuff I appreciate from Nova and Tom. They're being real, sharing real stuff. And I feel like this is very personal. And I love when an artist can be real and personal and not just generic. And, you know, I get why a lot probably don't want to be personal, because, I mean, that's pretty hard, but it means a lot to me and a lot of other people. So, yeah, it's a great song all around and definitely relatable, you know, up for interpretation. Like, everyone has their own story, every family has their own story, and I shared bits and pieces of, you know, my life. I mean, I probably do like a lot more, but I really shouldn't. And over time, you know, maybe I'll talk about it in other videos, because, I mean, I want something to talk about in other videos. I mean, there's always, you know, I just want to be relevant to this particular video, and I feel like I did. I'm honestly, like, new to, like, any type of rap. Like, I didn't grow up with rap, so I'm actually learning to appreciate it. Like, well, at least Tom and Nova rap, even Upchurch rap, but not like, you know, the booty shaking type rap that Tom talks about. I'm never gonna be into that, I don't think. But, you know, as far as like what Tom and Nova do, it's just real. Whether it's Tom's more, you know, social commentary and like about hypocrisy and stuff, or the more emotional mental health stuff, or if it's a song like this, it's just real. And that's what music should be about. Anyway, if you made it through this or through any of it, thank you again for, you know, coming to my channel. If you liked, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I will be posting more hopefully soon, and hopefully getting better. Anyway, bye, and don't forget to go like and watch this on Nova's channel also, because not trying to, you know, not trying to make anything off of, you know, take anything away from her, because she's talented all around, you know, musically and videography wise. So, I'm 100% for them and any independent artist. Well, any artist, but especially independent artists, because honestly, I can relate, you know, and it does so much good in my heart that there's actually independent artists that are so successful these days. I wish they would have been around back in the day. I really do. When I was younger, to show that you can do it. But anyway, hope I didn't get on anybody's nerves too bad. Talk to you soon. Bye.